Yeah, good idea.
Really?
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Ultrasonic Film. As always, I'm your host, James, talking about movies, and more movies. I have a very special guest on the show right now, Fran Kranz. Fran, welcome to Ultrasonic Film.
Hey, thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
And we're
Thanks.
very happy to chat with you as well. Not only did I get a chance to see your directorial debut, which you wrote, directed, and co-produced, but you're
Mhm.
also a celebrated actor as well. And I've been watching you in movies for years. You had some amazing early roles in your career. I guess probably as an actor, people would most probably know you from Cabin in the Woods. Would that be one that you're recognized from the most?
Yes, yes. So, the most for sure. And I was shot in Canada, in Vancouver. Yeah, I had the greatest time. It was probably the best filming experience of my life. Yeah, so much fun.
As far as directorial debut goes for actors, I thought you chose yours very, very well. You kept it very simple, and
Yeah.
it's a wonderful acting showcase for this amazing cast that you have. I thought that that was kind of a deliberate choice on your behalf. Was that something that you thought about? I'm going to do this feature. I'm going to kind of keep it simple and make it more of an acting showcase.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I mean, so yes and no. I mean, okay, I was a new parent at the time of the Parkland shooting, and of course, these things that always horrified me, and it infuriates you and scares you, and you're just kind of flooded with emotions. But it was different than being a parent.
Can you come help me set up
What do we need to set up?
the room for the meeting? But the room's okay?
I think so.
The placement of the table is good?
Do you have the tissue box?
Of course.
Oh, no, put it in the center. It looks freaky.
Right, I'm sorry, of course.
What are these?
That was a school project. It's supposed to be stained glass. Is there something wrong?
I don't know if I can do it.
Is the room okay for you?
Table, chairs, Jesus watching us. It's great.
Richard, Linda, this is Jay and Gail Perry.
How are you?
We're fine. Thanks.
I'm grateful to see you all together finally. And I'm hopeful that we all think that this was a good thing to do by the time we leave here today.
We want to listen and we want to heal.
What would you like to know?
Everything. I want to know everything.
Why?
Why do I want to know about your son? Because he killed mine.
Now, you've got a great cast in the film, but the powerhouse moments really kind of belong to the women, and Ann Dowd and Martha Plimpton give amazing performances. Were they your first choices for their roles?
I mean, I never even thought about them. It's so funny. I mean, it was beyond my sort of dreams and expectations. It's a funny thing because the realism is so important, and I use these words: naturalism, realism, verisimilitude. I want to put life on screen. I wanted it just to feel like real life. So I hope that makes sense. And so we didn't talk about movie stars. We joked about what if Tom Hanks was in this movie, it would ruin it, because Tom Hanks would walk in a room and the movie's sort of, it's just Tom Hanks doing this, and nothing against him. He's a genius actor.
Yeah.
It just sort of, I always thought I have to find people that we don't necessarily recognize, not household names. I thought of, I do some New York theater, and I thought of people from that community because there's so much talent that you don't necessarily recognize. We don't, the general audiences wouldn't necessarily recognize or know who they are. So that's where we were thinking. But the script, thankfully, appealed to some of these actors that are more well known. And so when I got an email about Jason Isaacs wanting to meet, and I couldn't believe it. I mean, I hesitated because I thought, well, he's too recognizable. So, but then you get over that and you think, well, what am I thinking? Yes, Jason Isaacs and, and Martha Plimpton. As soon as I had other people in my head that we might not be familiar with their names, that I just knew from the sort of acting community and stage. But as soon as I heard Martha Plimpton, I just never looked back, and we zoomed, and that was it,
Any thoughts of doing it as a play? It never it's not a stagey production at all. You get these powerhouse performances, but it would flow also so well on the stage. And of course, you being in theater, I'm sure you must have thought about it.
It was the first drafts were screenplays, and then I thought, man, this might need to be a play. Because, most people were very supportive, but they generally said, Fran, you really shouldn't do this. Like, no one's going to want to watch this. Like, you should have flashbacks, or what about if they walk outside to like take a break, things like just break up this long conversation. So I did, for months, it was a play. And then finally my heart was set on a movie, and a couple key people said, I think you need to be in close. Like, I'm not sure if you're going to get all the layers on stage. But for several months, I have a stage play draft. I do. And I would love for that to happen one day. And I'd certainly given it a lot of thought. One of the tricky things is I really didn't know why these characters would ever get up from the table. At least, there's about a 50-minute period where they're just at the table. And finally, the character Jason Isaacs gets up for some water. Right. But, we struggled with that. We thought, as soon as you stand up, it feels like blocking. It feels like an actor blocking or trying to cheat out to the audience. And and then the illusion it felt like it was ruined like that. So it would take some very clever, sort of thoughtful directing to sort of never break that illusion of reality and life on stage. But no, I believe me, I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
How far back would you like to go?
Wherever you need.
Because I can tell you everything, but there's so much that no one will ever know.
Even with all the professional advice, it came down to the two of us making the choices.
Where's your regret? The worst outcome imaginable happened. Any change I might have made could have resulted in a different outcome. I regret everything.
We believed we were good parents. I love my children. Other parents, I wasn't so different. How did I do things so differently? I raised a murderer.
I know what happened.
No, you do not know how my son died. You do not know. I know. I know how he fought. How he died. How he died.
Have you had an opportunity to show it to audiences and be in the audience? Because it's quite a heightened, quite a powerful film. I would imagine you're never taking your eyes off the audience.
It was overwhelming. It was, it's hard because I see things that, no one else will see. I would go back and do another sound mix, things like that. You're kind of in your head and you're still wear that hat, so it's difficult. And then you're just hypersensitive to everything that's going on. But man, this is 3 years later and it still gets me. It was emotional making it, and it's still emotional watching it. And it's just a very big experience. It's formidable. It truly is a sort of a mountain that you climb. And that was always my intention, but man, I to experience it in an audience in a dark room, which is sort of what I always dreamed of. It was amazing, but it's a big movie. Considering it's in a room, it's a very big movie.
Absolutely it is. Listen, I want to thank you very, very much for joining me here on the show. I really do appreciate it. Actor, director, writer, co-producer, Fran Kranz. I want to thank you for joining us here on the show.
Thanks. I loved it, James. Thank you. Appreciate it.